What's up, guys? It's KingDaddyDMAC, and welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity. That's right, here in the HermitCraft server. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty psyched, ready to get it going with stuff today. I just want to bang right into it. I've been sorting out all the different types of ores and stuff that we want to get processed today, and I think we need to just kind of jump straight to it. Let's get on our helmet. In fact, you know what? I think we should do our draconic armor while we're doing tech. Let's get off the Thaumcraft stuff, and this way we can fly a bit faster. I think that'll be better. Oh, I missed you. I missed you so much. Oh, baby. Anyway, everything is doing great around the base. Let's just take a peek. It's almost weird going back to this armor. I run so fast. All right, so we got a dahlia. Let's grab this thing of ores that I've been sorting out. Just toss that in there. Awesome. And let's run on over to the new base, which I have to go like this. The tech room. I was really happy to see your guys' responses about this room. I was a little worried some people just wouldn't like me doing something that's so reminiscent of a past season, but who am I kidding? I think it's awesome. A lot of people suggested when I was asking what other color I should do, they're saying to do the green, try and match up with the crag, which could be a thing. It kind of stinks that the crag rock just doesn't have any recipes that goes with it. Like if I grab this offer here and I go use, yeah, we can make facades. That's about it. Facades and more facades. Oh, they really need to make like greenstone bricks. I'm sure there's other stuff though that we can use that would make it cool. So I'm going to dig out this room a little bit more and get that AE things and stuff all set up. I should have everything needed right in here. I made a new quantum ring. I think this room is going to be so cool. Uh-oh. Oh no. Come on. Stop it. Let's get that guy there. Let's throw the little ring thing there. All right. Things are looking good. Looking good. Got this all cleared out. And we've got our main red wire going all the way down. So for future things to set up, I think right about here is probably where we'll split it off. So let's go ahead and throw a P2P tunnel down. Is that the right spot? Yeah, I think that should be good. And let's get this program. Let's find out what other color's free. So, and eventually I want to build a bigger AE room. This is all like a temporary type of thing. Everything temporary. Let's save the cyan colors. That's going to be what's for all of our machine tech area, I guess. Let's right click on there, loaded settings. Perfect. All right, sweet. So the next thing, I want to try out these Transvector interfaces. And I got to craft up all the machines. We should be all good on them. See, sag mill. All right, we have all the auto crafting all set. So why don't I craft up 6 at first? Start. And all that crafting's a going. Oh man, that was fast. Nice. All right, so the Transvector interface can go up to 4 blocks away. I thought it would be kind of cool if they were just like floating. So then we could knock off the block there. We'll see how it ends up working out. Oh my goodness, that scared the crap out of me. Look at, out of nowhere, this guy spawned. What are you? Eldritch Guardian? Holy crud. That just happened out of nowhere. What's going on? Craziness, I tell you. Anyway, guys, I'm futzing around with these Transvector interfaces. So it says that it works with BuildCraft, Thermal Expansion 3, IC2, Essentia, items, liquids, and you got to make a little binder. So I binded and it works 4 blocks away, it says right there. So I was able to bind it up to our sag mill up here. So right now it's binded supposedly. If you look at it, you can see in the little tooltip, it says that it's binded to the sag mill. So that works. But it's driving me nuts because most of my power stuff is not linking over to it. It doesn't work with extra utilities. In fact, extra utilities, I did get the pipe to connect to it. Yeah, it does connect to it. So it should be all good. Like, I was just trying all different variations, and this does use like thermal expansion's power, but it's not receiving power, which is driving me nutballs. So I think I'm not going to be able to do the exact setup the way I wanted to. I'm hoping that we can get it to work at all. I went through the trouble of making these, so I think I'm going to make some of the thermal expansion pipes and just see how this does. Oh, and I'm also curious if this is going to be able to do the whole item aspect of it as well. Hopefully it can transfer items too, because we need extra utilities to do this. I also tried it with Ender IO. And it connects to the machine, so you'd think it would work. But the Ender IO conduits don't seem to want to interact with it. You know what, guys? Before I go too crazy with this, let's find out if this can even... If this can even get items, like, from extra utilities. So let's go ahead, let's throw some items in there. Alright, it looks like they went through. And it did connect in, so what's the deal with the power? Alright, I'm going to make some of the TC3 things. Now let's see if it can output also. It should be able to output, and it has an inventory slot. So I think it should be okay. Alright, so I think this wire is going to work out well. We're making a redstone energy flux duct. So, electrum, hardened glass, no biggie. Let's go ahead, hop back to the spawn base. And these guys, oh, feel that lag. These guys we just fill up with redstone. So we've already got redstone going on. Let's throw them in there. Alright, hopefully, I'm really hoping this works, because it says it works. I don't know if this is, because this is fairly new. Thaumcraft might not be updated yet to work with this. So I think this is all set. It does 8,000 RF a tick. Let's see what happens. Oh no. Do we need something else to connect it? No, it connects right in. Crud! Crud nuggets! I don't know, maybe it's a visual thing. Oh, you are driving me bonkers, man. Alright, last thing I'm going to try. I'm going to put a tesseract, which I do not want to do it this way. This is not very good, but let's see if I connect a tesseract to it. Look at that. Is this not thermal expansion 3? I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I think that for the time being, I guess we're not going to use these Transvector interfaces. That, or I had another idea. Maybe we could just use these for the item part of it. All right, let me work on this. See if we can get this to work. Oh man, so this isn't going to look nearly as cool. We'll get it working eventually. But for now, just because we got to get this underway, we're going to have this one pipe go up here so it can have some interaction with the machine. And we'll do partially with the Transvector interface and part of it without. Here will be fine. So now it should be getting power. Please. Yes, it's getting power. Thank goodness. Alright, now that we have them all linked up, they all have item retrieval. Is that transfer node? They're all item retrieval nodes. So pretty cool. We got to make filters now for each one of these for all the different types of ores we're trying to process. And by the way, guys, let me know. These didn't say they created any type of bad flux, warp, what have you. So I really hope they don't, because otherwise that will be awful. Anyway, let's start to get this set up. And this is very important that you put the item filters on for each and every one. Alright guys, got all the filters done. Move the chest down here, just so it's a little easier to work with. We're going to put one filter in each. So iron, we can do tin. Okay, so it's got power. It's got the way of retrieving the items. How are we going to get the items over to this? And for this part, we're going to use AE. We're going to do an ME interface. Probably right like that. So far that's the first channel that we're using. And then out of here, we should be able to just connect a pipe after we do a quick little setting. So let's see, that setting would be, yeah, we should have plenty of room. We got to set it to have each of the different types of items, and we're going to probably want to set it to have a stack of all these. Let's turn that off. But for now, we're just going to do one. Later on, I'm going to want to have a full stack in there. But this is going to make it so that this interface always has those items in there. If I pull this out, bam, it's going to fill right back up instantly. Alright guys, so all the filters are set, all the things are binded. This has got a stack in each one of the 6 different types of ores that we're going to process. We should just have to link this in, and it should start to do it. Let's see. We haven't put any upgrades in yet, but look at that. It's doing it. Oh, that is so awesome. So we got to set up now. Stack upgrades, and each one, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. We got to set something to pull out of them all. Now this is going to be where I'm going to find out if this redeems itself, because I really would like it if we could pull all the stuff out. Oh, and I don't know if that's going to connect. See, I got it to connect before. Oh, that is so frustrating. But I want to try and be able to have one retrieval node pulling out of all those guys. I suppose we could have them pulling out of here. Since it's touching the machines up there, that's a possibility. Trying to think of some other ways to do it. Oh, these... Come on, please, Thaumcraft. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade so that it works with extra utilities. That would be so awesome. And so it works with Ender IO. Either one of those would be just amazing. Alright, you know what guys? The weirdest thing happened. The weirdest thing happened. I just run back to my base to get more soap because of all these bad flux effects that are happening. But look at this, when I came back, they're all connected. So it was just a visual glitch, I guess, but in any case, that's exactly what we want. So let's find out now if we wire all the rest of these in together. So let's get these all wired together, and I don't want it touching those. Okay, that's exactly what we want, because we don't want this wire touching that wire. And you'll see why in a second, because we don't want that new wire pulling any of that stuff out. So, we've got all of our machines clogged up. I should be able to just go... Let's do it over here. Alright, so hopefully if this works, we'll get all the dusts and stuff. We might have to change some settings on the machine. Oh, look at that. Alright, let's put some upgrades into this guy just to make sure everything is alright. Can see it go a little bit faster. Alright, it looks like it's just pulling out what we want. It doesn't look like it's pulling out any of the ores. And right now, all the machines should be filled up on ores. Yes, perfect! That is exactly what we want. Alright. Perfect. Let's get this stopped. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up a little sub network for AE to store this stuff. So let's knock that off. We'll leave this chest here for now. And the sub network, I think it will be smart just because it's got, for, you know, a very small amount of space, it will be able to get tons of storage. And that's going to be with this ME chest right here. Okay, so ME chest. You know what? Let's move the ME chest right there. Perfect. And so far, we're only using one channel for right there. This is going to be where we use up another channel. Or actually, no, this won't use up a channel because this is so BA. All right, so we're going to go like this. Now, this doesn't have power yet. We're going to put in a 64 storage. All right, perfect. So we have tons and tons of room. And we need to get this pipe here over to this, as well as, and in fact, we're going to move this one more time. We're going to have one thing there and one thing there. All right, and we need to make this a sub network. So to do that, we can just take this quartz fiber guy, just like that. So now it's a sub network. It's only retrieving power. All right. So no data is getting sent through. No. All right. I grabbed some smart cable just so we can better represent what's going on here. I want to prove to you. All right. So we have a smart cable there. Let's do that little quartz guy. And then back to another smart cable. And as you can see, this is using up 3 channels here because we have 3 blocks that do data, but this is not sending a signal. Isn't that awesome? I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. So now we have a sub network. Awesome. So we should be able to view into here, ME chest, and we can see all the different items. So now we want to pull out of this section, out of all this stuff, we want to push it into there. And let's also grab all that stuff. Okay, so if we put in... We gotta move that chest too. Alright, let's put this node guy there. Let's get this cable pushed in and across. Whammy wham. Bam bam. And as soon as I do this and put in stack upgrade, item upgrade, bam! Now this is getting all filled up. Isn't that awesome? I don't know how a spider eye got in there. I must have... it somehow got in. It snuck its way in. But let's throw all this stuff in there. And we should have a pretty dang big storage. Alright, is that all the items I want? Why was a spider eye showing up in there? That's so weird. That is so weird. Alright, so we got tons of storage. So that's cool. So now in this little subsystem we have all that. Then over here we can now take all these sub things that we want being sent out to a new system to now do all the furnace stuff. Be just like this guy over here. Isn't that neat? So I'm going to go ahead and set that up. And we're going to have to make all... Let's see here. Make all of our Ferni. Please tell me I set up auto-crafting. Awesome. So let's get 6 of those auto-crafted. Whammy. Super fast. I love it. So all those are going to want 6 more of the Transvector. Transvector interfaces. Whammy. Those are set up to auto-craft too. Isn't that awesome? Alright, got both of those. So I'm going to get all those in place on this side. And then we should be all good to now get it all smelted. But I dig this. Now I haven't thrown upgrades into here yet. We will once we have the smelting side going. So pretty neat. Alright guys, so I've got all the filters made up and in place on each one of them. There's just this one last one. We're not going to be reprocessing the charcoal or the coal ore. So instead, we're getting a byproduct from the copper. I believe sometimes makes gold, and the iron sometimes makes ferrous. Yeah, gold and ferrous. So we're getting those 2 extra ones. So we're going to reprocess that. And for some reason, there's something weird going on. Where, look at that. I can see one of the crafting recipes. In here, it's so weird. somehow this, I think it's this interface is connecting to this one. And it's showing there's only one thing there, but I don't know why it's doing that. It's really bizarre. It's really bizarre. So maybe we'd be better off if we move this whole setup, like, up by one. It's, I don't know, that interface. That interface, though. Alright, so is that still happening if I pull that out? Okay, good. It seems like it got fixed. So those are just the items in there. It was happening when I was throwing them back in there. Somehow it would end up in this chest. A little weird bug. Anywho, yes, let's get this connected back in. Let's get this last filter, which is going to be sharing for the ferrous and the gold instead of doing the coal. So that's cool. Let's get all the alloy smelters put in place. So bam, 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 bam. All 6. Those are set up. We can link them. And I'll find a way, guys. Don't forget to help me out with a tip, because I want these to eventually be floating. And I think that'll just be so much cooler. Let's get our little Transvector binder. Shift. Nice. These are really, though, cool. I just really hope that I'm not, like, killing myself with flux around here. Okay, so all the bindings are complete. And it doesn't look like I need to do any type of crazy settings for these guys, for the Ferni. I am curious if maybe the Transvectors need, like, energy pipe to actually be able to understand the extra utility power. So I might play around with that. And why don't we come back once I have that all hooked up. Alright guys, so got all this wired in, got all the machines linked up. We've got to get now into this interface. So this interface is receiving everything from those guys and receiving all the different dusts. And this guy, it's going to be duplicating that same exact thing that we did on the other side, but from the main system. So we're going to have iron, tin, copper, lead, silver, and then on this one we're getting also the ferrous and the gold. So if it has anything, which right now it doesn't have either, if it has either of those in there, it'll fill right up, just like so. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so now we got to get this line connected over to these guys. So that should be pretty simple. They're already sucking out. All we have to do is connect in like that, and then bring this line over. Let's see, how do we want to do this? There we go. Perfect. All right, so now it should be sucking all these guys out and into here. It's going to be a little slow. Let's throw some speed upgrades so you can see. Perfect. So we're going to have to put upgrades in all those, but it should be fine. And then finally, the output of all those. So we should see the machine starting to work. Nice. This one will work soon. We'll find out momentarily. Does that have... yeah, that doesn't even have stuff in it. So it seems like just that one's pulling out. Let's throw... oh, there we go. So let's throw some in all of them just so it can speed up. Oh, and that one already has some. So are they going even with... yeah, look at... they go even when I don't do the settings. So that's pretty cool. What's up, Hypno? Alright, so we have all those done. Now we need to pull out back into the AE system. And that we can do... let's knock all these out. It's really disappointed that the power didn't connect. Really disappointing. Alright, and this one is going to have from our normal AE system an interface right there. So everything... oh, and we got to have a pulley guy. So on this one, let's throw some stack, and this doesn't matter what it pulls, it will always pull the correct thing. Alright, perfect. That's all filling into here. And this will go into our normal AE system. So just like so. Perfect. So this should be all empty now. Awesome. We have auto processing. That is sweet. Now there's one last thing that's going on that we got to deal with. Two last things. All right, so the final part, getting all that coal, cobblestone, and charcoal out. We're going to do that right out of here, out of our sub network. Let's put an export bus right there. Let's throw in a capacity card. Awesome. And I could probably do this with a storage bus too, but capacity will be fine. So we're going to do coal, pulverized coal, and cobblestone. So that'll be all spit out. And then that can link in to an ME interface right here. So we should start to see it being spit out. Nice. I'm going to throw in some acceleration cards. It really doesn't need it, but we're going to do it. Bam. So now it should be doing them out real quick. Awesome. And then let's just link this bad boy up to here. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So now it's empty. Let's turn that off so it's not seen in the network. And this chest, for the most part, should be empty. But this is cool. Now, if we look into our system, we should be able to see. Look at all the ingots processing. Yep, and you can see them going up. That is so super sweet. We needed this so bad. So bad. So I got to throw upgrades into all these bad boys so it can process a little bit faster. It seems like it's doing decently though. And this is without upgrades. How long does it take to get pulled out? It will. It will get pulled out, but it takes a little bit of time. Now, why is this guy? Oh, and that's because we have no gold or ferrous. Oh, all of a sudden it went on because one got processed. It's a rare item to get done. Nice. Oh, this is so good. I'm so happy. So we've got to get this all closed off. Should be able to just microblock this. Oh, but we probably won't get the connected textures. It's the only issue. Oh, dang it. Alright, let's try this out. Let's get our saw. We also could do like a different type of microblock there. Alright, so let's see how this looks. Actually, this won't be so bad, because even though you see the edges there, we're going to microblock this like so all the way around it. So it won't look too like weird. It's not the best, but it's not horrible either. And then they're kind of like, they're not floating yet. They will be floating. Guys, do not forget to help me out with the Transvector. What should I do? Alright guys, everything is working beautifully. I'm still up in the air about how I want to design it, decorate it. I might rework the wiring a little bit so we don't get that one little middle spot. It's kind of funky looking. It's kind of funky looking. You know what? Of course, we could probably do this. We could probably knock out each middle spot and then do it like that so at least it's like uniform all the way across. But I don't know. I don't know. And let me know what you like better. Do you like this type of factory block cover? Or do you like it better with the cage? Or we have it with the marble? Not the marble, the quarried black? Black? Oh, there's so many good choices. I don't know. I'm loving it though. I really like this setup. I think it's cool. Help me out in the comments about the Transvector blocks. What's going on? What should I do? I don't know. I feel like they just needed to update the mod. And it partially works with extra utilities, just not with the energy. But it's definitely cool. And eventually we should, hopefully, we should have floating. It'd be so cool. I wanted to do it so bad. Floating machines. Anyway, guys, we are about out of time. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please remember to leave that thumbs up. Oh man, leave those thumbs up. It helps support my channel so much, and I love it. And yeah, till next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and peace out.